Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I've got the gorgeous blonde-headed blue-eyed Maddie here to be my model. We're going to do like an orange toned event glam makeup today, so here we go. So I'm just starting off by filling in the brows with a brow powder. Maddie has really light brows, so I didn't want to fill them in too dark, but I just wanted to give them a bit of shape and some colour. I'm also doing hair like little strokes with the thin brush. This is why this brush is perfect for eyebrows, because you can do little hairs with the powder. Then I'm just going to carve out her brows and prime her lids. I'm just using like an angled concealer brush to do this and getting right into the lash line and a perfect carved brow, covering any unwanted hairs and making sure it's all an even layer across the eyelid to cover all the veins and discoloration that she may have. I'm then just taking a light eyeshadow to set over that primer, just making sure I pat that on so it doesn't move it. I want to set it so the eyeshadow blends seamlessly over the top and they all blend beautifully together. I'm then just taking a light brown to start doing her transition colour, just making that on the outer V to the inner part of the crease. We want to make sure that's blended seamlessly to create the perfect base for our darker orange shadows. I'm then just taking an even darker colour and starting to put that on the outer V and blend it into the crease as well, just using windscreen wiper motions. As you can see here, I'm putting it more into the crease, which creates that like a winged out effect. Just keep adding the shadow until it gets like the desired darkness that I want. As you can see here, it's more of that orange shade the more you add on. I'm also mixing another orange shade on top to make it even more like of the right color that I want. As you can see here, I'm blending that on the outer V and into the crease using those windscreen wiper motions. The colours I'm using are mostly like reddy browns, and then I like blend it out with a lighter orange to brown colour just so I get like that sunset effect. Orange looks amazing on blue eyes, so that's why I decided to do this look today. Just loving how it looked on her, suited her so well. So as you can see, I'm just adding an even darker colour to that outer V, making it really smoky and making sure to blend along the lash line as well. The reason you want to just like layer up the eyeshadows from lightest to darkest is to make sure the blend is seamless and not too harsh. Some looks harsh lines do look really great, but if you want the look to look like really blended and perfect, you want to make sure you go lightest to darkest with your shades and make sure you're blending lots and lots. Then I'm just taking a fluffy brush and blending out the top of that so it is like not too harsh in between the eyebrow and the colour. Then I'm taking a dark brown and really smoking out that lash line. And I'm also just making sure it's dark enough, that it's blended right, and that it's the colour that I want. And then I'm just cleaning up under the eyes, as I do tend to get a lot of fallout, which is why I do the eyes first on all my clients. And then I'm just cutting the crease with the matte soft ochre paint pot. I'm just making sure that when she looks up you can still see the colour because you don't want it to be hidden. Maddie does have a little bit of hooded eyes, which is okay for a cut crease because it makes your eyes appear a lot bigger. You want to make sure that you're also patting on the paint pot and not swiping as much, just so you get the full pigment and then it covers all that you want to cover. Then I'm just taking like a shimmery champagne colour and packing that onto where we've just cut the crease. And then I also take like a rose goldy, almost copper colour, and blend that from the light colour into the orange tone on the outer V, just so we get like that perfect seamless blend. It looks really good in photography as well because it's like that sunset orange effect. It looks really beautiful, especially because it's like a shimmery pigment. I'm then also just taking a liquid liner in silver, like a glittery silver, and just lining the top of that cut crease just to add a bit of something something, makes it a bit more glam, which is, you guys know that's what I'm all about. And I just think it looks really good with her blue eyes as well, just made the whole look pop. And then I'm just taking a liquid liner and lining her lash line to prep for the lashes. This just makes foaming lashes a lot easier to apply, and they look so much better with the lash line black. Then I'm just applying some foaming lashes to her eyes. I use like a style which is more winged out to the edge, as Maddie's eyes are quite round, so I wanted them to look more almond shaped or cat eye. She had really curly lashes, so lashes were a bit difficult to apply, but I just made sure I really pinched them together when they were drying. And then just taking the mascara that I use on myself and all my friends, so it's not bad cuties, guys. On real clients, I do use a spoolie and a different mascara, but for this one, I'm just making sure I get really close to those lashes, and I mix her like the false lashes with her real blonde lashes, so there's no difference in between the colors. I'm then just taking like a bronzy illuminating primer and just putting that all over her skin. It's quite sticky, so it's good to keep the foundation on for a long time. And it's really bronzy and glowy, which I love. I'm then just taking the Maybelline Superstay foundation in the shade 34. I'm just blending that into her skin using a beauty blender. I absolutely love this foundation. It covers everything and it has no flashback in it, which I love because of course that's good for photography, and when you go to events where you want to wear glam, you obviously want to take flash photography and look stunning, so this is perfect. I know it's drugstore, but it's literally better than my Fenty or my Too Faced. I'm obsessed with it. I just wish their colour range went darker and lighter as well. That's my only problem with it. Just making sure I blended down the neck, and of course not trying to get it in her hair, which is a bit hard because she did have fake tan on, so her scalp was quite white. So you can kind of see at the end, but you gotta do what you gotta do to not get it in your hair. Then I'm just taking the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC15 and putting that under her eyes, her forehead, her nose, cupid's bow, and the chin, I'm pretty sure. And I'm also just going to blend that out with the Beauty Blender as well. This concealer is also so full coverage, which I love. I tend to not put foundation under the eyes so that it's not too like creasy or heavy, and it just looks flawless when it's blended out with a beauty blender. I highly recommend the real beauty blenders as well. I know they're like $20, but it really is so worth it. You want to make sure you get right under that lash line when you're blending it out as well. You don't want like a little gap, and you want to make sure it's in your inner corner, your outer corner. It covers everything that you want it to cover. Then I'm taking the Kat Von D powder and using the yellowy whites to set under the eye so we have no creasing or movement. It also just brightens the eye even more for that like real glam effect. I did set the whole face with the translucent powder as well, just so the other products don't grab to it. Then I'm just using that same Kat Von D contour kit to contour Madi's face, just using the middle shade. Just using an angle brush to really get in there and really carve out those cheeks. I did take that around the forehead and on the nose as well, just to give that all over contoured and bronzed effect. Then I did take the Hourglass Ambient Lighting bronzer and bronze her cheeks, her forehead, and her nose and chin as well. This one is gorgeous for photography because it gives like a glow and it's just beautiful. I loved it on Madi's skin. And then just added some peachy blush to her cheeks, and then I started the highlighting with the Inglot shimmer powder. Just did her cheekbones, her nose, her cupid's throat, and a bit on her chin. I also went over the top of that with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit and used the light yellowy shade over that just to set the shimmering powder. Like blends it all together, and I think it just leaves that seamless blended effect, which I love. Then I'm just starting with the under eyes using a light brown shade and really smoking that out. I also mixed it with like the orange shade that we put through the crease, making sure I'm getting right under that lash line and blending it out as I go. Making sure the client is always looking up as well, so they're not looking into the brush, makes it a lot easier. I then just took a pencil brush and put a dark brown and made sure that was really close to the lash line, almost as a liner. Madi has really sensitive eyes, so we didn't want to put like a black liner in her waterline, so we just did this to give it that smoky effect. I then just took mascara on her bottom lashes and made sure everything was all blended together. To highlight her inner corner and brow bone, I just took that same light champagne color that we used on the first part of the lid. Just give that highlighted effect. I think doing this really finishes off the eye look. Then I'm just lining her lips with a Essence Nude Lip Liner. This one's really creamy, so it's really easy to use. I also used a NYX liquid lipstick on her in like a warm brown color, which I think really suited the eye look. I didn't want to go too light because Madi's hair is really light, so we didn't want to like blend it into one. So I think this really suited the look. I also just took a Kylie lip gloss, I think in the shade Like, and just put that in the center of her lips and ask her to move her lips around so it blended out. I don't really like gloss on myself, as I said in the other video, but I'm trying to put it on my clients more because I know other people do like lip gloss on themselves. So this is the finished look, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for all the love and have a good week, and also thank you, Madi, for being my model. Bye guys.